Alright guys, so I am doing a reaction to Aaron's reaction of Tweek'S Diddy Kong guide. I expect someone to make a reaction to Player One's reaction of Aaron's reaction of Tweek'S Diddy Kong guide, or else I'm going to be kind of disappointed. So let's get started. It's kind of a long video, but yeah, we're doing this.
Guide. Now, if there's any bullshit in this fucking video, I am not going to hesitate to call it out, okay? Tweek, yes, he's the best player in the world. Top number one, alright? He better watch this, man. I mean, he better... Fuck.
Diddy's a really...
Same goes for me. If I feel like Aaron has a lot of whack opinions sometimes. I see him putting like Diddy Kong like top tier some days, and or other days he puts like Diddy Kong like low tier, right? So I feel like he just has really fluctuating opinions. So we'll see. We'll see what he has to say. Yeah. Oh, also one other thing. So I've already recorded, or I tried recording this idea. I got like 5 minutes in, and so but for the videos, my or audio like messed up or something. So I'm kind of repeating this. I've already watched the first like 5-ish minutes of this, 5 to 10, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes. So I'm kind of redoing some of this dialogue.
Character in terms of he has a lot of intricacies. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he has a lot of ways to play. Diddy has great frame data along with great whiff punishing with Banana, so he's very bait and punish. He has very tricky frame data, a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and he has a lot of ways to play.
So I'm already noticing a flaw with this video. Yeah, exactly what you said. Diddy literally doesn't have sleeves. He wears a tank top. So that's already, like, not true.
So that is true, but
Whatever.
in
Skylanders,
Diddy Kong has a costume where he does have sleeves. So I'm just saying,
he doesn't even know the characters.
Makes an appearance in Skylanders with the sleeve costume.
Doing things like Z-drop aerials is really good because you're never too obvious with when you're going to use Banana. You can still fight with it with Banana in your hand.
So true. So true. Tweek has advanced the Z-drop aerial meta by leagues and fucking miles. Back in the day when Diddy Kong had Banana, we had nothing to do. It was basically our dick out, zipper down, right? Now it's like we have Banana. It's only, what are we gonna do? We're gonna throw it at you? We're gonna monkey flip you? We're gonna forward air you? Now we have infinite mix-ups. Thank you, Tweek.
So that is true. Tweek has done he's kind of revolutionized the Z-drop aerial catch meta. Something I've been practicing a lot lately. It's nothing new. He's just revolutionized it and kind of he really made it a staple in his game plan. He was the first Diddy Kong to do that, at least in Ultimate. The reason why I think it's so good is because you can kind of pressure your opponent without having to waste your tosses on your Banana. In this game, it can be really hard to land Banana, or harder than the previous games, because people's aerials are so safe and have like no landing lag at all. So it makes it a lot harder to hit people with Banana in this game. So if you throw it at people, there's a greater chance that you're going to miss than that you will miss than like in previous games. So instead of having to throw the Banana all the time at the opponent, you pressure them with aerials instead. And when I say pressure, it's like you're not trying to hit them with the aerials sometimes, or not all the time. I mean, you can go for a little bit more of a harder read. But for example, what I like to do, or this is one of my favorite things to do with the Z-drop aerial. I mean, something I've seen Tweek do too. But it's instead of like trying to hit the opponent, you're more so just trying to hit like where they would be. But just for a basic example, like let's say that you have your Banana in your hand, and you think they're going to roll in. I'm going to do a Z-drop aerial landing Nair to try to catch the roll. If they don't roll, oh well, I still have a Banana in my hand. Nair has a low enough landing lag in this game where I can still cover myself with a Banana pretty well, probably. If they do roll, then you hit them with the Banana. Okay, I had to take care of something, but I'm back, and that's why there's a cut here. Okay, so continuing on.
So thank you, Tweek. Thank you, Gavin Dempsey. I can call him that because we're good friends.
Oh, also another thing about this, being able to do other things with banana in your hand. So like before, we were kind of limited with what we could do or how we could pressure people. Um, like for example, like we could still use our specials, and people are more prone to shield with banana in hand, so you can go for a little bit more side Bs. But side B is also kind of a commitment because if you miss, it has a lot of landing lag, or you kind of give up stage control if you decide to use it sometimes. Um, but throwing out arrows is just so much more safe and low commitment. I really wish I forget if you could do this in Smash 4, but in Brawl I know you could. You could tilt your control stick a certain way when you had your banana in your hand, and you could still use down tilt. If we could do down tilt with banana in your hand, or with banana in hand, that would be so good. Especially since we can do down tilts out of run now. I wish we could do that.
Z drop aerials, along with he has a command grab, so your opponent can't just shield if they see
so
your banana
true.
in hand. So there's so many ways to open your opponent up, and you can do it very safely from basically any range. And this even crazier thing about monkey flip is you can transition it to an attack that's relatively safe as well.
What?
And by relatively safe, it's really safe. Along with having a lot of tricky movement options with pop gun cancels, monkey flip itself. Along with having a lot of tricky movement options with pop
He's getting good
cancels,
at this.
monkey flip itself.
That's not an easy input. The pop gun cancel.
You can change it into an attack at any point.
Yeah, pop gun cancel, not an easy input. It's not super hard either. It is frame perfect, which makes it sound a little bit harder than it is. But it's frame perfect in that you just have to press 2 buttons down at the same time. I think more Diddies should use it. I haven't really watched too many Diddies outside Tweek. And a little bit of Aaron since the Wi-Fi meta started. Because there's just not... I'm just not really interested in watching Wi-Fi play for the most part. And also, like for example, like Dakpo, he doesn't really play Wi-Fi, and so I don't know how much the other Diddies are changing their play style during this past year. So I'm kind of interested to see that when offline comes back. But yeah, Tweek'S, he's really fast at doing it too.
Diddy also
the biggest risk with pop gun cancel is that you accidentally air dodge and mess up, and you air dodges have a lot of lag in this game.
A lot of play styles in terms of you can
like you'll do a directional air dodge probably.
You have banana follow-ups. If you're playing from like a max distance, Diddy can just play very safe but still get decent damage. Along with having great ledge trapping.
If you're ready for the hit, you can get really good damage even from a range. Like if you hit banana at this range, like if you throw banana and you know it's gonna hit, or if you preemptively go for it, you can still get like a running short hop down air, and that goes into huge routes. Grab, fucking rocket barrel, all of that shit, bro. So like yeah, like Diddy can get really good.
So I do like how Aaron phrased that at the beginning. He said that if you know you're gonna land your banana hit, that's the biggest thing with a lot of your combo routes, and the reason why you would still use banana grab or banana dash attack or banana down tilt even is you don't know. Sometimes you don't know if your banana is going to hit. A lot of moves have such low end lag in this game, like aerials and stuff. A lot of times it's just hard to know if they have enough time to shield it, or if you've timed it, timed your hit enough so it hits in their landing lag. So yeah, I like how you phrase that. It's if you know you're gonna hit it. If you know you're gonna hit your banana, you can go for a lot. That's also why I think it's really hard to play Diddy on Wi-Fi. And I'm really impressed that Tweek can do it so well. On Wi-Fi, you have even more input delay, so you're basically behind even more frames than you would be if you were offline. And so it's even harder to know in this game on Wi-Fi if you know you're going to land your banana banana or not. That's why on Wi-Fi you probably see more Diddy's banana grabbing or banana dash attacking or whatever than going for these high damage output combos. But Tweek still does it. That's what the impressive part about it is.
Good damage from any range, bro.
Decent damage, along with having great ledge trapping after the fact.
That's so
true.
true.
Traps with his pop gun and banana, along with great two framing with F tilt, which you don't even have to angle at the ledge, which is very consistent. The move is very active and very consistent, and you also can knock people off the ledge.
I feel like forward tilt is overrated. Like, we're using it for Diddy, but I feel like it's like most of the time, like, unless you get that perfect forward tilt where it two frames them, or you're ready for the ledge trap after it, it's not gonna be as good, bro. Like, it's good, but like, I don't know. I feel like we're using it too much. Like,
So, I don't know if I agree with Aaron here or not, because he says it's overrated. But when you say something's overrated, that means like the community thinks it's or thinks it's really good, right? And maybe he doesn't think it's as good as a community. But I don't know how much the DiddyCon community feels about F tilt. Really, I don't know if they think it's super broken or not. I do think after the last buff, where they buffed, I think how long it lingers. They buffed an extra frame, I think. The hitbox, and I think they buffed the trajectory too. So it sends at a lower trajectory, I want to say. I might be wrong on that. The thing about F-tilt, well, so F-tilt, it's something, I was using it a good amount before the buff too, because it's still pretty safe. Even, it's kind of like a super discount Wolf forward tilt. And Wolf forward tilt's really good. Diddy Kong's just like a worse, I mean, probably like a much worse version of it, but it's still like a good move. If you're going for 2 frames on it, I think it's really character dependent. I do see Tweek go for it a lot, and I feel like he does hit it a little bit more than he should. Maybe that it could be a Wi-Fi thing. Like, maybe people aren't as good as like mixing up the recovery on Wi-Fi. I don't know, but I mean I do go for it, and I think it's really good against some characters. In some situations, it's just like you can't really do anything else, so why not go for it? So that's also kind of something. But yeah, I think if the person is good at mixing up the recovery to the ledge, and timing the recovery to the ledge, it can be really hard to 2-frame and not really worth it. But it's character dependent, really. Like, for example, like Ness up B to the ledge, it's kind of free for Diddy F tilt. Like, you can hit that like every time, I think. But other characters, like I've seen, for example, like Falcon. I've seen Tweek play against some Falcons, and he'll hit it against Falcons up B to the ledge. But I feel like Falcon's a really hit, because he has such good drift speed after his up B. He can really mix up the timing to the ledge. So I feel like Falcon's not a character it should be working on as well as I've seen Tweek get success with it. But that's just me personally.
I just see forward tilt, and then it's like, okay, it hits him for like 8 damage or whatever. And then it's like, it just rinse and repeat. Might as well ledge trap or edge guard. Diddy has very underrated.
Yeah, it just depends on the character if you should ledge trap him or not.
Which can lead to combos or kills. Diddy never leaves your opponent many options.
Yeah, like you can hit it a lot, Jude, but it still doesn't really do much. You kind of just do it.
They have to be ready for so much. Because
that's also kind of true. Like, you're not comboing after forward tilt typically. At low percents, you can set up for tech chase, but the tech chases are not true combos.
That isn't like super far away. So since his out of shield is really good, there's a lot of things you can do as well. There's the basics.
Holy shit, this is a long fucking video.
And this one's gonna be even longer.
Combos that work for.
Yours is even longer, and mine's gonna be even longer than yours.
He always has some sort of grab follow up. And his back throw is also great because his ledge trapping is so good, and it's also pretty high damaging for a throw. For his out of shield, Does the basics
It is
like
high
grab,
damaging. Ever since
pretty
Smash
high
4, I
damage.
loved hitting. Bro, 14.4%? That's a lot of fucking damage, bro. Diddy
So
Kong's out of shield.
I actually messed with this in the earlier recording that I messed up. This Diddy Kong's back throw, this is with stale moves off, and with stale moves on with the freshness bonus, it does even more on the first time you use back throw. It does like 15 point something.
Shield is actually underrated as hell.
For a throw. For his out of shield, does the basics like grab. He has a frame 5 up smash.
Bro, frame 5 up smash. That shit is insane.
Which is insanely fast. And it also...
So, yeah, fastest up smash in the game. It is really good. The downsides of the up smash are that it doesn't kill that early. Against some characters, like if you have 0 rage, like if it's not killing, like maybe even at 150 against the heaviest characters. So there are other up smashes that would take over Diddy's out of shield, like probably like Cloud's. It's just stronger. Yeah, I would sacrifice the couple of frames for strength, I think. It's also not that safe if you miss it. I would rather have another move that would be safer if you miss it, so I can kind of just throw it out more. With something that I have been doing recently, instead of up smash in some positions, I've been using down smash, and I've been getting a lot of mileage out of that. So I've been using down smash in positions like, for example, I throw the banana at someone, and I know I don't have enough time to run up forward smash. But I do have enough time to run up down smash or up smash, and I choose down smash because maybe I'm not 100% sure that I have enough time to go for it, but down smash is safe enough, or it's fast enough, where I can throw it out without worrying about being punished, where up smash I can't really do that. So yeah, when I throw a banana, it hits someone, and especially, okay, so here's another thing. When you hit someone with a banana, they're like they're like sitting on the ground, right? And they can do like roll behind, roll forward, normal get up or get up attack. If the character has a get up attack, the get up attacks can start in front or behind them. And if the character has a get up attack that starts behind them, they will be vulnerable. I think for every character in the game, they'll be vulnerable before the front hit can come out. So if they choose, basically if they choose get up attack, or roll behind, your down smash is going to catch them, because, or probably a little bit character dependent, but it's going to catch them because they're going to lose their invulnerability frames. And that's where I've been getting a lot of mileage out of down smash lately.
Also scoops from pretty far, if you can see here.
Like, look at this range, too. Frame 5 ups, and it hits behind. Not only does it hit in front, it hits behind, bro.
So the thing about it does hit behind, but the hitbox behind him isn't super big. It's not frame 5 behind him. And if it does hit behind, a lot of times it doesn't connect properly, which you'll see here, because I already watched this part in the previous recording. It's not going to connect properly. It depends on the character. What you kind of want it to do. Sometimes it depends on the character. I think it depends on the situation. You want the last hit, only the last hit to hit, because if the first or second hit connect instead, a lot of times they'll just fall out. But if only the last hit hits, and then you get the strong knockback.
That shit is broken.
And it also scoops from behind.
See, so
on, like, frame
it's
8.
like a villager's falling out of
Do you
it.
get if you play Diddy? I don't know. We're all fucking virgins.
It's not connecting here, but it will connect in a lot of scenarios. And he also has some tricky out of shield
That's actually
stuff.
interesting, because I didn't know that it hit behind on frame 8. That's
like,
good to know.
Z-drop banana out of shield.
It is good to know.
Is
Diddy's up B
around
hits
frame
from
4
behind
or
him frame
5.
8 too.
Yeah, this
so
is
tight.
also fucking broken. Like, you can like, bro, when we talk about Diddy having a high skill cap, this is like the shit we're talking about. Like, you could go for the up smash
like,
out of shield,
Z-drop banana
but
out
if you
of
get
shield.
good at the Z drop out of shield, bro, it's done. That can lead into fucking anything, bro.
So okay, the thing about the Z drop out of shield, I feel it might be a little overrated, or at least Dakpo slightly overrates it. It is a super high damaging. It can be lead to super high damaging things, and it's super fast. It's Diddy's fastest out of shield option, I guess, tied with Footstool, if you want to count that. Or out of shield punish, I guess I should say. The thing about the downsides to Z drop out of shield are that number one is that the opponent basically has to not space their move at all. If they space their move at all, Z drop out of shield doesn't have a lot of range. It's not going to hit them. And that's something that people do in this game. They don't space their moves a lot of times because the moves just have such little end lag that they're going to be like, oh, I can be safe even without spacing my move, which I think is kind of stupid. But yeah, people do play that way. But for people that do space their moves on shield, it's not really going to work on them that well. The other thing about it too is, again, you have to know that you're going to land the Z drop out of shield, and in this game, it can be really hard to judge that. Again, for the same reasons, low end lag moves, it's just hard to know if they can shield it in time or not. You just basically have to know the character that you're playing against and know shield advantage. The move shield advantage that they have when they hit your shield, and pay attention to if they use their if they started the aerial like super high up or something like that. To be a little bit safer, if you want to be safer, you can do short hop down throw and then follow up with an aerial. Because if they do shield the down throw banana, you pressure their shield with an aerial, and it's just a lot of shield pressure at once. If they don't shield it, then you just kind of combo off of it. But yeah, I mean, Z drop out of shield is super good well, I mean, not even if you know you're going to land it or not. It still can be good. It's just even better, I guess, if you do know you're going to land it. That's how you get your high damage output stuff. Because I don't think you can react to hitting an opponent and then doing something like a down air on them. Maybe you can, but I don't think so. To be safe, you might want to do like Z drop and then like back air or neutral air or something like that if you don't know you're going to hit the opponent. But personally, if I'm in that situation, I'd rather just down throw it.
Is around frame 4 or 5, depending on when the banana actually connects, which can lead to, you know, the basic combos like grabs, or even like things like barrels, a down air. That's the thing about Diddy. Like, he has punishes that are very consistent, and there's also potential that they're very devastating. So there's so many things.
Such a good way to describe Diddy. Bro, I used to underrate this character so much. Like, I don't know who's better, me or Tweek, whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. What I do appreciate is Tweek picking up the character for a fresh mind on Diddy. Like, I always got so stale, like, on, like, Diddy, and always thought, oh, his combos aren't that big damaging, yeah, like, whatever. But Tweek's Diddy is so consistent, bro. Like, he will always get the fucking final kill, bro. He will always, like, he's opened my mind on a lot.
Yeah, I completely agree with Aaron here. Tweek has really pushed Diddy's punish game. I think most of it is like Dakpo has kind of routed the combos, and Tweek has been the best Diddy at really showcasing those routes of those combos. And that's not to say, I mean, he's done a lot of things I don't think Dakpo really that he did route. Like, he started using, for example, like landing nair into barrels onto platform someone, and that was pretty cool. I like seeing that a lot. I see Tweek hit these like more than any other Diddy. Yeah, it is really just refreshing to see a new playstyle like this and someone kind of innovating the character like this. I mean, I take a lot of pride in how innovative I am, and I can appreciate how innovative Tweek has also been for the character.
A lot of shit, bro.
You can choose, and there's still so much great damage you can get out of it.
So true, Raza.
With his ledge trapping with all the traps, he also has great, some great edge guarding. That's not even too committal. He doesn't have to go too far off stage a lot of the time, There's some tricky stuff like monkey flip kicking into the ledge because it's so active. It's basically just like a free
broken.
2-frame.
So
and
broken.
sometimes it'll even be untechable at the high percent.
So, fun fact, I guess, is that I was the first Diddy to ever like really put that out there. I think so. The story behind it, I guess, is that I think Reflex, he had made a video in Smash 4, mostly for Little Mac, but showcasing other characters too. That you can do, like, you can throw your long lasting hitbox into the ledge and hold down so you don't grab the ledge, right? And I took that and did it with Diddy side B. So I'm pretty sure I was the first person to really start doing this. I brought it up in Smash 4. So yeah.
And then there's the.
We used to call this the Luigi killer in Smash 4. I think it was Zenodo that made this, or that you know, popularized the technique.
Free 2-frame.
So Zenodo, he came up with that name. I posted. We had a Facebook Messenger Diddy group with a lot of good Diddies. So it was like, for example, it was me. I was in there. Zero was in there. Aaron was in there. Zenodo was in there. There were other Diddies in there too. The JJ Rockets. I think. Maybe I'm wrong with that. I think he was in there. There's other Diddies in there. So I made a post about this, and I was like, yo, this could be really good. And so Zenodo started, I think he was using it on Luigi's, and he said it was the Luigi killer, and that's where the name kind of came from.
And sometimes it'll even be
like, look at how this is active the whole time, bro. That's
so one thing I want to note here is something that I've been doing a lot in Ultimate too. I think I did this in Smash 4 also, but in Ultimate I've even been doing even more. So if you have a banana in your hand when you're doing this, after you're done and you can act, Z-drop the banana and then double jump back on stage, and you're just putting out another super long active hitbox out there. A lot of times the character can still recover because they're just getting hit by a Z-drop banana, but it can really mess up people recovering, and they just don't expect it, and they just like air dodge and SD or something like that. I'm going to call it the Joker killer. Because it works really, really good on Jokers. If he's going for the tether recovery, like let's say that you do this and he up B's, but he doesn't reel back in, and then you Z-drop and he reels back in, and he doesn't have a double jump, he gets hit by the banana, right? And then he falls down, and a lot of times that'll just be it. But even if that doesn't happen, let's say that he reacts and does the second up B, sometimes they will even grab the banana again with their up B, and instead of grabbing the ledge, and then they just die. So this, if you do monkey kick at the edge and you Z-drop the banana, it's the Joker killer.
fucked.
Untechable at the high percent. And then there's the crazy stuff that you've probably seen me do a lot. Z-drop banana is very good at the ledge against pretty much every character if they're recovering to the ledge, because banana is transcendent, which means
this is something
Tweek,
like only Tweek does.
Like
okay, so that is a complete lie. A lot of Diddies use this actually. And again, I'm pretty sure I was the first Diddy to start using this back in Smash 4. I was the first Diddy as far as I knew who started using it. Originally, I came up with it specifically as a tech, mostly against like reuse in Smash 4, because for whatever reason, their up B would not trade with the banana or wouldn't destroy the banana. I guess the hitbox just wasn't aligning with the banana's hitbox or whatever. But yeah, it worked on Ryu really, really well in Smash 4, and that's when I really started using it a lot. So it works really well against heavy characters. Like K. Rool, DK, and Bowser, all their recoveries are kind of linear, and so it's kind of easy to hit them with it. Also the Shotos, that's who originally invented it against. It can work against like teleport recovers pretty well. Yeah, so when he says that Tweek's the only one doing this, not only is he not the only one doing it, but he didn't invent it either.
In other Smash games,
so I'm gonna call him out on that.
It'll hit them, and it combos into.
I do think it's a slightly overrated. At least how much I've seen Tweek talk about it. It might be better on Wi-Fi than offline because maybe people aren't as good at timing their recoveries on Wi-Fi, and maybe that's why. I'm not sure. Um, but I do want to say I have been playing against players that have really started adapting to it and just kind of waiting to grab the ledge. That's one thing that people can do. They can, like, instead of immediately going to grab the ledge, they can start the recovery and kind of before, or not aim it to grab the ledge, but start it a little, or aim it to be a little bit before the ledge and just drift and grab the ledge after the banana has passed, right? And so um what you can do instead, if people start doing that, you can do that, or you can do the Z drop instead of going for the down air. You can go for either turnaround down smash is probably pretty good, but I've been using forward tilt mostly. Forward tilt will send at a low angle, and they probably don't have their jump if they're doing that, and they probably die. So yeah, that's what I've been doing to kind of counter that. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Well, also, sometimes characters, it can be kind of hard to hit some characters with the, or it can be hard to connect with some characters the banana into the down air. So if you hit the banana but then you miss the down air sometimes, it's just kind of dependent on where the banana is hitting them. And sometimes it's kind of hard to judge that, but you, for the most part, you should be connecting, I think.
His down air.
Most Diddies go for the Z drop aerial. Not true. Well, Tweek started doing this first. I don't watch you because you're not relevant.
He did not
brother.
start doing this first.
I
started doing this in Smash 4.
Yeah, Tweek goes for this, like, pretty much only, like he goes for it way more than every other Diddy.
The strongest.
That might be true.
Whereas I go for angel drop a lot. Like, you guys always see me read the jump off of ledge and Z drop there. Tweek goes for the preemptive.
If you time this right,
like catching the recovery.
Or if you get a good read on your opponent and then off stage.
The angel drop is good, but I usually just use it if I know they're jumping from the ledge a lot. Like if I pay attention to what they're doing off the ledge, like, oh, they're jumping like every single time from ledge in this situation, okay, I'm gonna go for the angel drop. I think doing the Z drop 2 frame is better most of the time. It is character dependent on how easy it is to catch their recovery to the ledge. One of the pros to angel drop, though, is that you don't have to go off stage for it. Like the Z drop 2 frame, if you're going to connect with the down air, you have to go for the down air, and you're going to be off stage if you miss. The angel drop, you don't have to go off stage. But you do lose your ledge trapping position a lot of times. Another thing with the angel drop too, I think it's harder in this game because I feel like when characters jump from the ledge, they go more full, or they tend to go more forward. Not every single character, but a lot of characters, they just jump really far forwards, and they kind of get away from the ledge faster than other characters. Also, I think it's easier to catch items in this game off of jumping off a ledge, like jumping off a ledge into aerial. I feel like when I do go for angel drop, a lot of times the opponent will catch my banana. But it's kind of character dependent, I think, on how far forward they're flying off the ledge when they jump.
Extremely early kill,
it's better than angel drop objectively because you don't have to wait for the jump, right? Like you don't have to need the jump from ledge. Like you can just fucking Z drop the banana behind you, have it fall down, and then dare. Like you can just always hit it. So it's harder than angel drop, but it's way more consistent, and it doesn't require your opponent to be stupid.
Kong's archetype, which is usually
so I need to get good at that.
At like ridiculously early percents. He does combo hard, but he's usually killing at the higher percents. Not to say he struggles at getting kills. It's just a little unusual that he can kill you at like 20 sometimes. So in terms of his movement tricks, there's the pop gun cancels, there's wave bounce side Bs. The movement is pretty important because he actually doesn't have the greatest aerial mobility. So if he's in disadvantage, it can get a little tough. But monkey flip is the saving grace here because
this is about where I stopped my previous recording, so I have not watched any of this part yet.
Afterwards, along with some characters just don't have the speed to catch him.
I'll say it right now. I think Diddy Kong side B is like easily a top 5 move in the game. Like, probably more than that.
I
Probably,
completely agree. I think Diddy's side B might be the singular best move in the game, just because it's like if there's going to be a move that if there's going to be a move, like let's say you restricted just to one singular move the entire game, Diddy Kong side B might be the best for that because it can kill, it does damage, it's a grab and an attack, it's a recovery, it's basically all of the above. So it can kind of do everything. If there's a singular best move in the game, it might be Diddy's side B. It just does everything. I'm not sure how many other moves in the game literally do everything: combo, kill, damage, grab, and attack. So, yeah. I think it's definitely one of the best moves in the game, if not the best move in the game.
top 3 or something.
It's not something that you can spam out, and it is a committal option. It's honestly, that's a problem that I have on Wi-Fi, specifically Wi-Fi usually. I use side B too much. I get really predictable with it. I don't know why. I mean, I use it a lot offline too, but I feel like I have a bigger habit doing it online just because it's so good online. It is probably a better move online than offline. Because it's harder to react to. It's like Diddy Kong side B, it grabs on frame 19. And that's like with input delay and everything and ultimate, frame 19, that's like just over, I think, what a human can probably react to. It's like right around the area. So on Wi-Fi, it's going to be kind of unreactable, but offline it can be reactable, but it's hard to be it is hard to react to offline still. I have verse like Scat, for example. I think Scat, I don't know if he's reacting to it. I think he is reacting to it, but he's like when he plays Snake, he will crouch under it. And I think that's on reaction. That's something that you don't really see on Wi-Fi. But it kind of doesn't matter at the same time, I think, on Wi-Fi, because not only are people not good at reacting to it offline, the safest way to beat Diddy Kong side B is just to dash back. Like if they're sitting corner of the stage and you think they're going to side B to get center stage, the safest thing to do is just dash back. And that works just as well on Wi-Fi as it does offline. So yeah.
Shit. It's so good. It's so fast. 2 variants, attack, kick. It's an almost unreactable at some
So
ranges
I think he's just saying
command
everything
grab.
I just said.
Especially online. Yo, what's up, Taryn? Good morning. Like, so fucking amazing.
Escapes with monkey flip. So you have pop gun cancels afterwards. Pop gun can be canceled into
Also,
shield.
like if you get hit high up and you like just double jump side B, like a lot of characters just have like no options to that. Like, okay, I'm getting back to stage for free. That's why Kalos or the new stage, I forget what it's called, new whatever. It's the Sephiroth stage, North Cavern or something. With the platforms extending past where the stage is, it just gives us another place to land on with double jump side B. A lot of characters just have no option to it. Some characters, a lot of characters can have or do have options to like jump up and hit you. But a lot of characters just aren't. They're not fast enough, or they don't have good enough jumps to get that high.
Along with the cancels you can do, which are quite hard.
Not only can it be canceled into shield, on the ground, it can be canceled into banana throw as well.
You can also play.
So if you have a banana and you're holding pop gun and you press Z while holding B, you can throw banana instantly.
Play safe and kind of land on the ground with it, and then shield.
Thanks for the follow,
He
brother.
also has B reverse banana.
Something I've been doing a lot that I haven't seen many Diddy. I haven't really seen Tweek do it that much either. I've been really trying to push and implement into my play is B reverse Z drop pop gun cancels and mix ups with those. So what I would do is like jump backwards, short hop jump backwards, B reverse back in, Z drop, and then double jump aerial, and you can catch your banana with that. And then after you use your double jump, you have your banana in your hand again. So I can do like let's say double jump back air to catch my banana, and then I can Z drop my banana to cover my landing or something like that, or I dropping it, dodge dropping it, whatever you want to call it. When you air dodge and Z drop, that's something I see like no Diddy's using, and Diddy's really need to be doing that. It's like such a good option in this game. I think it's kind of a Smash 4 habit because it was big in Brawl. Um, and Smash 4, since Banana was not transcendent, if you did an air dodge Z drop at the same time, and an opponent decided to try to go for the hit, they would usually just destroy the banana. And not only that, but when they hit the banana, I think it extends how active their hitbox is by a little bit, and so it can sometimes catch your air dodge. So it's usually not good in Smash 4 to do it. And since a lot of the players are like Smash 4 gen players, I think they have the habit of not doing dodge dropping. But in Ultimate, because bananas are transcending, and it's really, really, really good option to go for. So, landing into the ground with a dodge drop. Again, dodge drop is just air dodge and Z drop at the same time. It's really, really, really strong, and I would like to see more daddies using it.
Banana pull and wave bounce banana pull.
True.
Which is a little harder, but basically.
It is hard.
Monkey flip has mix-ups in itself.
Yeah, I made a tweet about that too with the video example. Wave bounce banana pluck. The banana pluck will land closer to Diddy, so you can grab your banana. You don't want to give your opponents bananas.
With a lot of mix-ups afterwards as well. So his disadvantage isn't as bad as you'd expect if you catch your opponent off guard and pay attention. And
it's actually a really important thing about Diddy. His disadvantage isn't bad until you start getting predictable. Throughout the years, Diddy's, especially including myself, have always had really, really bad disadvantage habits because the character is so fucking strong. Diddy is an example of having
100% true. I completely agree with that. It's something I also have bad habits and disadvantage. Like sometimes, like side B is such a good option in disadvantage, and it's such a bad option too at times. Like it's really, really good, and because it's so good, your opponent will expect you to do it a lot of times. So that's why, especially in Ultimate, it's something that you really have to get good at from the transition from Smash 4 to Ultimate, because in Ultimate, side B has more lag in it, in the air. Before you can act out of it than it did in Smash 4. So if you're going to do side B, you want to make sure you do it really high where your opponent can't catch you. If not, I tend to stay away from side B now. I try to stay away from it, using it if I know the opponent can catch me with an aerial. The big thing is if they catch you without a double jump. If they catch you without a double jump, your aerial mobility is so bad that you just want to use side B, or you want to use up B, or you want to use like an air dodge or something. Getting caught without double jump is like the worst part about playing Diddy in disadvantage. So, I mean, the biggest thing about playing Diddy is try to not waste your double jump in disadvantage. The second thing is, don't be predictable.
Such a good aspect of a game that it becomes bad.
Yeah,
like
okay,
his side B is so broken, you use it all the fucking time, good players will instantly catch on to that shit and fuck you up for it. So you have to like be really, really like creative in it. We're in the tier list when I put Diddy. Sometimes I think top 10, sometimes I think top 15, sometimes I think 20. I don't know. He's a high tier or top tier.
Disadvantage stuff, I'd like to talk about.
Hey, what's good, bro? Yeah, like Pika's up B. What's good, Shiny Mark?
Right here, there's a wall. There's a couple legal stages with walls, like Kalos and.
The thing about Diddy on the tier list is, like you play against Diddy, or you play Diddy, and you play against some of these top tiers, like you play him against some Palutena, or you play him against a Joker, or a Peach, or whatever, right? And those are all fine matches for Diddy. They can be even. Maybe some people say slight advantage. I think I mostly say slight disadvantage to most of those, except Palu. So I mean, they're pretty close to even. If they might swing in one character's way or another. And you're playing against these characters, and yeah, Diddy, he's like a top 20 character. But then you play like one of his hard matchups. That's like a -2 matchup, like for example Pac-Man, or a good Pac-Man, or a good Duck Hunt, those types of characters. And you're like, okay, Diddy Kong kind of sucks. So I think when people say Diddy is like top 15 or top 20, they're thinking about that like in Diddy's like best possible scenarios. And when I put him on a tier list, I'm thinking about like all of his matchups put together. So like for example, like Tweek, I've seen Tweek go in Wi-Fi brackets, and like for example, I think with Sinji, you didn't want to play Sinji with you don't want to play Diddy Pac-Man. I mean, it's not that fun of a matchup, and so you go Wolf, right? And so yeah, if you avoid playing Diddy in his bad matchups, yeah, sure, he feels like a top 15, top 20 character sometimes. But when you're playing against like overall as a character, factoring in all the matchups, he has some really hard matchups, and I would put him around top 30. I don't know if he'd be in top 30, but he's hovering around there, I think, for me. Yeah. Also, like I've had this mindset for a long time, and new DLC characters have came out, and most of the DLC characters are better than Diddy. So Min Min better than Diddy, Sephiroth better than Diddy, Steve better than Diddy, in my opinion. All those characters are better than Diddy, so it's kind of pushing him more down. So I would put him top 30, around that area. Maybe in it, maybe over it, but around that area probably, I think, is where I'd put him. Just because, yeah, he has some hard matchups to play in. If you just ignore all of his hard matches, like, hey, I'm not going to play Diddy for these hard matchups, then, yeah, he can be a top 15 character, maybe a top 20 for sure. Just all things considered, I that's where I'd put him.
Story. He has a walkling, so
really
you
underused.
have a lot of mix-ups here because you can walkling twice.
I don't know if y'all remember, bro. I did this in tournament the other day. I was on Yoshi's. It was against that Rob. That Rob I played? Was it Rob? It was against some person. It was on Yoshi's. I wall-clinged at the very bottom of Yoshi's.
B.
They were ledge trapping me, and then I instantly doubled. It was against Chag. Correct, June. Correct. Good. Thank you. He was like ledge trapping me with like Palu's down tilt, and I wall clinged on Yoshi's, and I double jump up aired, and up air is like frame 6.
Up air is good too. Back air is
maybe
good.
Maybe it's a little slower, but it's really quick. I think it's 6.
Or wall cling banana.
So wall cling is fucking sick.
And
really
if you
underused.
Save your resources,
wall cling is something I used a lot more in Brawl.
And you can
because
wall
you
cling
get
on a lot of
invincibility
stages.
back when you grab ledge. Not
Yeah,
as much
that's
in this
also
game,
really
but
good, too.
it's still pretty good in this game.
Back air is good.
Monkey flip
Yeah,
after wall
I was gonna
clinging.
say monkey flip too. So if you wall cling, hold on the wall, and then double jump side B, command grab, that is so fucking.
Too bad.
Awesome
I always
to
ban
react
Yoshi's
to.
story, and people always being callous against me, so I don't really get to watch stages that much.
Do this while holding onto a banana because you can force them to deal with it when getting back on the ledge. You can also do this without having the wall cling. There's also when you're recovering, you can pull a banana onto the stage.
This is mine. This I invented this, okay?
I mean, Aaron was the one that really popularized
I invented this.
I wouldn't say he invented it, but he popularized it for sure. I didn't really never did this in Ultimate until I started, until I saw how much success Aaron got with it. But it was a thing that you could do in Brawl. The thing about in Brawl is that you can't B reverse banana pluck or turn around banana pluck. So you would have to turn around pop gun cancel banana pluck in Brawl. But it is something that I did in Brawl, so I wouldn't say you invented it. And it's the thing in Smash 4, or it was a thing in Smash 4 too. Like you could do it in Smash 4. It just wasn't that great. So saying inventive, I think, is kind of a strong word. But he for sure popularized it. He's the reason I started using it so much. Because you just wait for the banana to fall back onto the opponent, and that's when you go for the ledge grab, since they can't be attacking you and going for the banana at the same time. Well, they can, but they have to be good at it. Like you could go for a short hop, down air to try to spike you and catch the banana at the same time, but it's hard.
There's also when you're recovering.
This right here, this is broken. Okay. That's the only thing I'll ever patent in my life.
Also, one thing about it too that makes it kind of bad. If your opponent's good with dealing with banana, and you're giving your banana for free, and they can ledge trap you with banana. Usually, I think the Diddy Kongs are a lot better at using banana and knowing how to deal with banana than the opponent. So a lot of times it's not an issue because either opponents are bad at using banana or Diddy's are just better at dealing with it. But if you do play against someone that's really taking advantage of your items, then it can be kind of bad because you're just giving him banana.
Banana onto the
When you're off the stage, you can either do a normal height banana pluck or a smash banana pluck, and it'll put it like here, or really anywhere in this range that you want it to be. And you like say your opponent is at neutral get up range, chilling, right? And you throw the fucking banana like behind them. Now they can't move. Now they're trapped. So now I can grab the ledge. They're sitting here. Double jump, monkey flip, command grab, because I have nowhere to go. They can't react from that close range. Or they jump away and you get off the ledge for free. Or they're ledge trapping and they just get hit by that shit. It's so broken. I spam this shit, bro. Oh, Inkling up to upper is already on my Smash wiki, bro. Everyone knows I made that shit, bro.
the stage to make your
Well,
opponent
they don't know that I made that shit, but it is what it is. It's on my Smash wiki. I made Inkling up to upper.
deal with that, and then get off the ledge based on how they are respond to you pulling a banana onto
Thank you for
the
the follow,
stage.
brother.
And sometimes you can do tricky barrels and just go straight past the ledge and go right past your opponent.
I love
doing
You
that.
know that they're not throwing out preemptive hitboxes. There's also
That's
if you have
why
banana-
I like jumping. If you do go for that, well, this goes for if you throw banana too, or if you go for up B onto the stage. You want to make sure you jump away from the ledge so that any thrown out hitboxes, they have like a bigger chance of like not hitting you.
in your head
That's
while
true.
You're getting hit. You can also
You get hit out of
Z-drop it
barrels,
as soon
you're
as
fucked.
possible and kind of use it to cover your landing. You can also
That's
air dodge,
underused.
like with it as you're like dropping it, and like you kind of have a hitbox while air dodging.
The two things he just talked about are like not gonna be good in like a fucking year, bro. Like for like a year or two, bro. Like Tweek is talking about some like super like if we get good at this, like we're gonna be steps ahead of everyone.
So he has some tricks up his sleeve and disadvantage for sure. His recovery going horizontal is also crazy. Yeah, let's talk about his recovery.
That's a Peach thing, yeah.
So technically it's exploitable because if he gets hit out of his barrels, he's pretty dead.
Oh, were
in a
they?
lot of the
They were just
scenarios.
talking about
Unless
when
you
I
have a
was-
jump.
But
the
if
dodge dropping, I guess.
you keep
Was that what they
your
were talking
double
about? I
jump,
guess I
there's
missed
a lot
it.
of mix-ups this character can
Yeah,
have.
yeah,
It's
really
also
Get past
important.
it because
opponent.
this video's already
Sometimes
pretty
monkey
long.
flipping right past.
Diddy Kong is a very, very good character for newer players to learn how to preserve their resources when off stage. For instance, just like Tweek said, Diddy Kong without a double jump off stage is dead at literally any percent. But Diddy Kong with a double jump off stage has the world to fucking do. Like, if you
100%
hold
true.
up B and you have a double jump and you get hit, you can instantly like monkey flip out of hit stun and then like go like below the ledge and then jump all the way up, right? And then up B. Or you can, just double jump then monkey flip. Or you can just up B again, right? If you're low enough percent, then jump, right? So yeah, Diddy Kong is a really good way to teach newer players how to preserve their jumps. And conversely, for people fighting bad Diddies, it's a really good way to keep track of resources, right? Like, if you're fighting a Diddy Kong and you notice that they jump, you should kill them every time, right? That's how that works, really. Because if they don't have a jump, they're probably going to side B high. And if they're not high, they're going to go low. And if they're low, then it's exploitable as fuck and they die.
Yeah, I
Passively
think
is
I
really good,
kind of
or,
already
like,
covered
right above them
what you
because
just said.
some characters don't have the hitboxes or the speed to cover everything.
True.
If you know what I'm saying. So if you watch your opponent and
This shit, though, broken. A lot of the time, just like Tweek said, yo, what's good, Tanner? I'm doing good. How are you, bro? A lot of the time, bro, if you do this, double jump, monkey flip from ledge, there's literally no way, like, people do it. And that's what I kind of mean about having options that are so good that they turn bad. This can be such an easy habit to fall into where you're constantly fucking side being super high. But it's really good. It's really good. And a lot of the time, your opponent literally can't deal with it.
Yep.
and see, oh, they're like
Also
going to, they
completely
want
true.
to hit me out of my barrels, let me monkey flip. You can also start your barrel charge pretty far off stage while keeping your double jump. So if you do get hit out of it, you still have a chance. Because, like someone in chat said, his horizontal recovery is so good. Uncharged, it still goes very, very far. And if it is charged, it's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, his recovery is
I
solid.
love Tweek's mindset about Diddy. Like, do you guys agree? Like, just hearing Tweek talk about Diddy, you can tell that he has so much faith and so much confidence in this character. And it rubs off, dude. Like, it honestly does.
If you pay attention and
Yeah, again, I kind of agree with that. It's just that you play Diddy against one of Diddy, his harder matchups, like Pac-Man and Duck Hunt. A good Pac-Mans and good Duck Hunts. or good Mega Mans. I think Pikachu too, but Tweek said that we beat Pikachu. But if you play against one of his harder matchups, it makes you lose some faith in the character, and that like you this matchup is terrible to play, and you don't want to play it. And I think Tweek I think kind of agrees with that. I think. I mean, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but just the fact that I don't see him play Diddy Kong Pac-Man, or some of the other matchups that's annoying for Diddy, when he was doing some Wi-Fi tournaments, kind of shows me that, I think. But well, I mean, who knows? It might be a different game when offline comes about. Maybe he'll try those matchups. Who knows?
Save as many resources as you can. And there's so many weird tricks that you'll kind of get comfortable with when you play the character more. Like if there's a wall jump accessible, you can monkey flip kick into the stage and keep your double jump and like air dodge.
Yeah. I shouldn't have skipped
along with
ahead.
still being able to recover relatively safely. What else? There's a lot of tricks with Banana too. Banana has a lot of weird tricks. Like I recommend looking up this info yourself, but there's a lot of tricks you can do with shield poke with
It's
Banana.
true. Dakpo
like,
has a lot of.
It's all
My whole ass
specific,
thanks to the follow.
But sometimes if you throw a banana like straight down at their shield and whatnot, you can force trips. Or if they're like above you on the platform.
That's a brawl
there's
tech
a lot of
too,
shield
by the way.
You can do with the banana.
Shield poking
So
with banana through shield.
Throwing,
it's different
in different ways rather than
Smash 4
straight at
and
them.
Ultimate
True,
because
true.
And like throwing it down or like short
Yeah.
because characters are
Doing
boxed
stuff
are
like
different.
that,
Or
it can
throwing
shield
it up
poke
right
really
at them.
easily.
'Cause on
Really
certain
easily.
opponents, throwing it up there would actually just straight up hit a lot of characters, especially if they're shielding. So there's
So it was a brawl thing, but you don't see like me do it as much in these games, because the second toss, so it only works. It only works if your banana still has 2 tosses on it, because it has to hit the ground. It has to hit the ground the second time. Or I mean, it has to hit the ground. So if you have already thrown your banana, and the next toss when it hits the ground, it disappears on frame 1. It will not trip people in their shields if you've already tossed it. So that's why it's not as good in Smash 4 Ultimate, because you have to have a 2-toss banana for it to work. It's just basically it's not as the situation comes up way less often, and it's going to be with Tweek's playstyle of Z-drop aerial catches and with bananas, you're wasting a toss when you do that. So it's not going to be. I don't think it would be that viable for Tweek. For Tweek, a person with Tweek's playstyle to go for that much, unless you reduce the amount of Z-drop aerial catches that you do. Yeah, and I mean I've been using Z-drop aerial catches a lot too lately. And it's definitely. I mean, the pros you get from it are definitely outweigh the cons like that. Because I mean you're probably going to be throwing the banana at least once anyway. But it's just like, hey, if you're in that situation, you have a 2-toss banana in your hand, you know they're going to shield. Yeah, you can go for it.
a lot of tricks you can do,
Underused.
because if I throw it up here and then
It is
instantly go
underused,
into a
yeah.
grab, it's pretty fast and would be hard to react to. So there's so many mix-ups with banana, along with like
Yo,
the
it's good,
Z-drop
Sharp.
cancels you have. So I like to poke at people's shield with aerials and like air to air them if they're scared of getting hit by banana on the ground. Sometimes you can condition your opponent really well and they'll like jump at you when you have banana in your hand, and you can straight up throw the banana at them as an air to air and get follow-ups off of it.
Yeah.
Kind of as conditioning and telling your opponent that you can't just jump.
That's another thing that I'll personally say that I not started, but that's pretty much my entire game plan in neutral. Have banana in hand, and short hop banana as an air to air is fucking broken. Short hop banana, you can mix it up in so many ways because it's a long, super long active transcendent hitbox that combos into fair and side B. I am in Juicebox today, yeah. So it combos into fair and side B, which is fucking nuts. Like, if I throw banana at you from a mid-range, like, at this range, if I jump, throw banana at you, you're not going to have options. Like, Villager doesn't have an option that's quick enough to react to that, right? Like, Slingshot will go far enough, but he doesn't have enough time to do it. So if I jump and throw banana, and then I buffer side B, command grab, or even the kick, right? Like, if he holds shield or tries to attack, my side B will come out first and beat him every time. And it's such a broken air to air. And then it gets even better and better when you're on a platform stage and you get comfortable doing it on the ground, but you can also get comfortable doing it in the air. And then full hop throwing banana.
Okay, so he's talking about full hops now. I want to go ahead and talk about the short hops. The short hop, yeah, he is completely right. Short hop, banana throw into something like side B. Like if they don't jump, you just like side B them because they're probably sitting in shield. That's something I was doing in this game a lot really early on, and I stopped doing it, and I don't really know why. I just kind of transitioned into not doing it as much. And I don't think I should have. I think I need to kind of start re-implementing into my game plan. And Aaron is really good at using it. He's going to talk about the full hopping now. That's something that or full hopping and catching people like going on platforms. It's probably going to be something he talks about because it's something that he excels at. The downsides to it is just if they decide to like run forward, they can hit you. Like if they're they're like running for, like imagine like for example like a character like Pikachu. So Pikachu is probably like a worst case scenario character, but let's just talk about Pikachu. If you short hop, throw the banana against Pikachu, and he's like running at you, it's obviously going to miss, and he's obviously going to get like something like short hop forward air or like grab or something like that. He's just going to run up and hit you, and that happens for a lot of characters too. That's kind of the downside to it. Maybe that's why I stopped using it as much. I might have been getting caught out of something like that, but it's just that the banana, it goes over their heads and it doesn't catch people. It's like if you're trying to predict someone's going to jump or they're going to sit and shield, then you probably want to go for that. But if they are running at you, that's the equivalent of them low profiling the banana and them hitting you for low profiling the banana. Yeah, I think it's something I need to start paying attention to more. Whether people are jumping a lot or running at me a lot, and because then I could start using that again more often.
And forward airing and shit.
Diddy can just straight up anti-air you with banana because, like I said, it's transcendent.
What is the best answer to banana camping? It's so scary. Mix up Diddy, sort of bait him in and out of his mid range, and try and focus on like putting him in the corner. Because when he's in the corner, he's most likely going to either throw the banana at you to escape the pressure, or double jump side B, and then to also escape the pressure. So that's how you kind of deal with it. You kind of have to be really patient and not throw out hitboxes. Because like I said, Diddy Kong's disadvantage, like escape options, are so fucking good that you just have to like bait them out of him. Like you have to scare him into doing his really good options that are coming, and then preemptively be ready to punish it. It's a lot right at first, but once you get comfortable with it and once you get comfortable with the character, fighting Diddy, it's really easy to get huge punishes off that shit.
Stop giving him tips against Diddy. I don't want people to be even better at playing against Diddy. That's the downside for Tweek playing Diddy. People are getting so much more Diddy practice, and you don't win off of matchup and experience.
And waiting for your moment to get a kill off.
This is why Diddy is so broken in last hit scenarios, and this is something that we all knew, that Diddy Kong could do banana fucking smashes. We all knew that, right? But the thing about Tweek is he is so willing, and if you watch him play, he is so willing in those last stock situations, last hit situations, to hold fucking banana and sit. And your opponent will give you an opportunity for you to react and throw a banana and kill them, right? Like, Diddy Kong, something as a Diddy player you have to realize is you are imposing an insane amount of pressure on your opponent just by holding banana, right? So just sitting there and being patient is going to be really worthwhile in the end.
It is really great. Because staying patient with it and like holding on to it, monkey flipping with banana in hand, and really waiting for your opportunity is really nice. Because the longer you hold on to it in a lot of matchups, the more options you'll end up seeing.
Yep, for sure.
That's something that I've always needed to get better at, ever since Brawl. I remember I have one memory of playing in the very first Skatar tournament. So at the very first Skatar tournament, full-on coaching was legal. This was kind of when coaching rules were still being debated. In this particular tournament, we were trying out just full-on coaching. So they can coach you not only between games, but they can coach you during the match. And so I was playing against Tyrant, and I had Seabrick coaching me, and he was telling me to hold my banana in my hand. It's like, don't throw your banana, and I always really want to. I mean, I'm usually kind of an aggressive player. It depends on the situation, but I would say overall I'm a pretty aggressive player. Um, and I like to throw the banana at people and pressure them. Throw the banana at people, run at them. If they shield it, I like to pressure their shield. That's kind of always been my play style, and it's it's always been kind of a challenge for me to hold back a little bit, hold the banana, make sure I keep it, and mark the spots, or pick my spots to really go for the punish and stuff. It's something I've always needed to work on. So, yeah, let's see what he keeps saying.
So down tilt's a relatively safe poke.
Like Diddy gets free information. Like if you ever don't know what to do in neutral, grab your banana, hold it, and just wait and sit and see what your opponent does. Try to react to it, right? Like try to learn, their patterns, right? If you're getting
I think
hit.
that's also why people have told me I have a pretty unique play style. I'm playing Diddy, or I play weird. And I think that's partially a lie. Just I like to try to pressure people when I have banana. I'm pretty aggressive with my banana tosses, but sometimes you just need to hold back and sit tight,
Over and over in neutral. Diddy has that privilege that if your opponent is struggling with banana, you can just fucking win, bro. Like you just win. Shattuck, I appreciate that, bro. I really do, man. I appreciate that.
Playing when
How you doing today, brother?
you know you're playing against someone who doesn't have
really
Diddy experience, or they're not good at dealing with items or bananas. It's so obvious to a Diddy player, and it feels so good because you can pretty much just do anything you want.
Especially if you buffer or spot dodge.
Down tilt is pretty safe.
It's relatively safe.
That's hype,
And there's the
5-year-old.
back air I'm talking about. And there's also some really crazy down tilt chains before they go into tumble.
It doesn't really work that
So if
well
you
on
see
Villager.
here,
Yeah.
He's not going into tumble yet, and sometimes you can chain your opponent across the stage with the down tilts.
It's true.
There's probably
Shouts
a
to
Yeah,
percentage
Aramis,
chart
for
somewhere
sure.
that you can look up if
He's
you're
the one that really
interested,
lapped that out.
which is crazy because then you can react to your opponent.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
actually-
everyone knows at this point, but if you don't go into tumble is a situation where you have to tech, right? If you don't go into that, you can't DI. And if you can't DI something, then it's really easy to have very consistent follow-ups, right? If something doesn't send you into tumble at 20%, it'll be the same knockback literally every single time. So that kind of stuff you can get really
Not
good at
literally,
single
because you
player
can still
practice.
smash DI.
Like Diddy Kong's down tilt chains, right? These aren't sending into tumbles, so these are going to always be consistent. So when you go into a match, you're going to be, you're going to see the situation, yeah. Can you SDI hits? No, you can't DI or SDI.
You can
Those don't send
SDI.
into
You
tumble.
can
going
SDI
into
hits.
tumble,
You can
right
always
there,
SDI hits as
and
long
get
as
your kill confirmed.
the
sometimes with rage-
SDI
Yeah, and like
modifier,
Tweek'S just showed, it's reactable to see when they're going to do it.
I guess
right
is
there.
above
Right,
0.
like-
If it's less than 1, I forget how it works, but you can still SDI Diddy's down tilts.
Because then you can react to your opponent actually going into tumble.
Like you can tell from the smoke. You see the smoke there? That's the indicator that they're being
Interested?
sent into a DI.
Which is crazy because then
You can SDI. You can SDI when you're not in tumble.
Yes.
Well, it's still not like game changing, right? Like
it's not.
SDI in this game is so nerfed that it's not gonna make a big difference, right?
That's true.
99% of the time.
It's also really hard
Right.
to
And
SDI a single down
Right, so
tilt.
there's no smoke,
Diddy
no
down tilt on
smoke,
reaction.
tumble.
Smoke, right? All the smoke, right? And then boom. Yeah. You should be able to SDI,
I mean,
yeah, but it's not gonna be relevant.
You're not going to be able to DI or SDI Diddy's down tilt on reaction, really. You have to know it's coming. If he's chaining the down tilts, and then you can just SDI, and you know he's going to chain them, then you can just SDI the down tilts, yeah.
enough, right? It's not gonna be relevant enough.
Like right there, and get your kill confirmed. And sometimes with rage,
Like, it's pretty much
you
just-
can down tilt up
yeah.
smash before your opponent even
Yeah,
goes
in
into
Luigi
this
0 to death, it does matter, Miles. You're totally 100% correct on that.
tumble state, and they'll just die if they're like a light opponent.
It's
Down
not
tilt
that
is
good.
really
G.
consistent. And the craziest
Practically, SDI is not that good, but that's a whole different discussion. Like Miles said, it's good in very few situations, like the 0 to death. Ken, yeah, like stuff like that.
part,
I really wish
But
SDI was
single
more
hits,
prevalent.
like the thing is, like Ken's up B, right? The reason why SDI is good for during that is because it's a 3-hit move. Like you can SDI, right? Luigi 0 to death, it's like you SDI the down air, you go slightly more to the left, right? SDI the nair, slightly more. But with Diddy's down tilts, it's It's a single hit move. Boom, boom, boom. And I can get 3. Even if you have max SDI, I can get 2, 3. Easy, done, right? So that's what I mean by it doesn't really matter for this.
Like, let's say you have
It's one of my
banana in your
problems
hand,
with
your
the
opponent's at high
newer
percent,
Smash games,
so they're scared of the
how
banana toss.
nerfed SDI
Monkey
is.
flip is actually
SDI
a
was
killer
something
with
that
the
made like
ledge.
every
I would
scenario
say
in like
even at
Brawl
this
and
percent
Melee.
on some
In
stages,
64
it would kill.
probably I didn't really play 64.
Yeah, at
but it,
Smash
it made like every scenario like really unique. Disadvantage was really unique, but in these games, disadvantage just feels kind of like the same thing like every single time. To be honest.
Fucking PS2. Grabbing Villager at 140 with Monkey Flip, he's dead.
KO.
Which is broken, by the way. Really fucking broken. Your command grabs should never be able to kill.
Here.
But
so
it does.
They have so much to worry about.
That's kind of true. Diddy kind of needs it though for the lack of kill power he has. But yeah, that's kind of it's kind of stupid that command grabs can kill.
Percent. Along with Monkey Flip.
Shout out to Bowser side B, Falcon up B, Ganon up
kick,
B,
which can also KO as well. So let's talk about more interesting.
So that's a Bowser. That's why that move is literally Bowser's over-centralized fucking shit. I don't know why they gave heavies command grabs. Ridley.
Firms and like more things that aren't as common but are definitely possible. There's Z drop Nair into Z drop the banana into down air kill confirm.
Yeah, this is true.
So as you see that,
So stuff like this, right? Stuff like this is why Diddy has some of the highest skill cap in the entire game, right?
So just to note that you don't have to Z drop the banana for it to combo. I mean, Nair to down air obviously combos.
Because you could.
But if you recatch the banana, yeah, you have to Z drop it.
You know, but like everyone knows about Nair down air with Diddy, right? True confirm kills, whatever. But you know, if you get comfortable at playing with banana, if you get comfortable at doing your air to airs and stuff, and you're always playing with this,
kill confirm.
Boom, fucking, you Z drop aerial, Z drop there.
So
boom.
As you see
Fucking easy, bro. Yeah, what's good, Card? How you doing, brother? I appreciate that a lot, bro. How you doing, man? Yeah, so it's like stuff that you can do without banana, you can do with banana. You know, it's just a matter of like how good you are as a player.
I naired and recaught my banana after the Z drop.
Yo, Pigeon, what's good, bro?
The banana on him again and down aired. So this is a ridiculous setup you can get. So naturally you're
and that's good because the opponent is scared of getting hit of the banana, right? So that's why I love Diddy, man. There's so many fucking layers. Right? So let's say you hit that on them once, or you don't even have to hit them with that. You can just threaten them, right? So if they're standing at the ledge, right, they just neutral get up or something, you have the banana, and you're threatening that kill, side B grab. They're not going to be able to react to that. They're worried about getting hit by banana, so they're sitting in shield. Next thing you know, they're getting fucking command grabbed. Now they're off the stage again. It's a huge vortex, right? So Diddy just so many infinite routes. It's crazy.
Opponent's going to be very scared in the corner because of your ledge trapping, your corner pressure, monkey flip grab, banana toss, and sometimes you'll catch him slipping and you'll get him with that. There's also some other interesting out of shield stuff. Sometimes if
All right, chat, let's chill a little bit. Let's chill out, guys.
Do something unsafe on your shield, you can do barrels, which is ridiculously high damage.
Yeah, frame 8 move.
So it's not bad to go for. Obviously, it's risky if it doesn't work because you're using your up B on the stage and you're putting yourself in free fall. But it naturally would be faster than something than like a grab. A grab would be safer to go for. So let's talk about optimal.
Yeah, I don't really like barrel stuff. He's probably going to talk about a lot of barrel stuff here. But yeah, I don't really like barrels.
For grabs, there's some.
Barrels are broken, Aaron.
Or in disadvantage.
Down throw are
barrels are really good.
Best combo throws. Down throw actually does a little more damage than up throw, so that's a good start. Along with down throw, usually having the more optimal follow-ups because.
Idiot, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
You can get a landing aerial to get another jump to continue combos. As with up throw, you're usually committing to whatever you do. You can't land on the stage and continue a combo. So down throw already doing more damage than up throw itself makes down throw a lot easier of a choice.
So the thing is, the difference between up throw and down throw, what it really boils down to is you pretty much always want to do down throw, unless at higher percents your opponents. Because of the same poster. Yeah, me and Tweek have the same fucking straw hat thing. Yeah, I really am Tweek, aren't I? Fix your mic. Mic sounding weird. What happened to it? Did it mess up? Why did it just randomly? Is it good now? Just 2 days, guys. Just 2 days we have to deal with this. Jesus Christ. What was I saying? Anyway, yeah, the difference between up throw and down throw. You pretty much always want to do down throw unless at high percents your opponent knows how to DI it. You're not going to get follow-ups. So you do up throw because it has more consistent combos, like up throw up air does like, I don't know, 13, 14% at like 80, 90, right? Whereas with down throw, if they DI it away, you're not going to get a combo.
Facts. So, yeah, the difference is like down throw. If you want to try to read their DI, you can get really good punishes off of down throw. If you don't want to try to read their DI, up throw is probably better. So it's just kind of dependent on how you're feeling as a player. It might also depend if you're at the ledge or not, because if you might not be able to get like a good combo if you do a down throw at the ledge. Up throw might be better for damage. You can always do down throw down air, but like at 0, they're probably not going to die from something like that. If they DI away for down throw, you can always, I want to say, at low percent, you can always combo and side B kick. The thing about it is yeah, reading their DI, because it will work on both DI in and DI out, but you just have to read their DI. It might be possible to position yourself in a way it might also be character dependent, but position your way in so that side B kick will hit both DIs no matter what. That might be interesting in the lab. Yeah, I still use both down throw and up throw. If I do up throw, my bread and butter personally is either up throw double back air or up throw single back air, drift away from them and side B. It depends on if I think they have a fast move to throw. Like let's say I'm playing against Luigi, up throw, single hit back air, I DI away to get away from the neutral air or down B, and then I side B their end lag of whatever move they came in. That's a good damage. That's like 40 damage right there, 40 plus damage. Down throw can be really good because it can slightly delay up air and land with it, and then continue the combo. But it depends on how good you are at reading DI. Something I used to do a lot back in the early days was down throw up B on platforms, but I kind of stopped doing it just because it only really worked at low percents, and at low percents sometimes they could hit you for it. So I just figured you're already taking damage from your own barrels at 6%, and you get hit for it. So I think usually something else is better, but maybe I might look into doing it a little bit more just to throw in every now and then. If a person's not expecting it, they might not be ready to punish. Yeah, it's my bread and butter. So up throw double backer, up throw single backer side B, or down throw. You can do down throw side B kick is good, or down throw delayed up air are my main combo tools.
More damage than up throw itself makes down throw a lot easier of a choice. But there's stuff like this, which is pretty crazy. For Diddy's archetype, because he already has so many combos, he's already so safe.
Yep.
He has such a big threat range, but his throw game is also really great. So I definitely recommend messing with down throw follow-ups, because with some DI it gets a little harder. Like sometimes they'll be more in front of you and you'll have to do something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
So definitely
like DI is very, or down throw is very, very like
you can DI
depending on how your opponent does it, right? Away,
or up there,
in,
you can't really DI that
in,
much.
You know, just down, up, like it's very, very like high range of DI. So you kind of have to react
to the DI and messing with up throw, down throw combos. So yeah, Diddy's throws are great, and then there's basic stuff like back throw is pretty high damaging, along with just putting them straight on the ledge.
Yeah, like a lot of the time, like if they're at like 90 or 8 or 100 or whatever, and I don't want to go for up throw or down or whatever, down throw or whatever, just do fucking back throw, bro. 14%.
Even more with if it's fresh.
Yeah,
that is something also to talk about. I think Diddy's I actually don't like going for combos. Well, actually, I mean, I kind of do like going for them. And I try to, but I need to not do it because when Diddy has rage, it's actually kind of awkward to combo people, from up throw or down throw or even dash attack. Um, so if I have like a lot of rage and I like dash attack the person, like typically for dash attack, I want to do dash attack double back air. Or dash attack back air, dash attack double back air. But if I have a lot of rage, I feel like the trajectory, or that they get sent further, I feel like it's harder to combo. And maybe that's just me, but if I miss my combo, a lot of times they'll just do like an aerial and I'll get hit, and sometimes I die because I'm high percent. I have rage, right? So I would either just want to go for my single hit forward air. Maybe just keep it simple. Specifically, if I have rage, I just find that kind of awkward to combo.
Sorry, brother. But yeah, 14.4. Like that's kind of a fuck ton of amount. Like. Yeah, plus pummels, right? You're gonna get like 2 pummels in there. It's gonna be 17% from a throw. From a throw, so 17% is like my whole up throw up air. What?
An opponent where you just want to rush them off stage.
That's even more. I think.
Them with like basic aerials. This is an interesting.
Yeah, this is underrated, underused. In Smash 4, we use this a lot, right? But now in the days of like more optimal throw combos and stuff, a lot of the Diddies like Dakpo, Cuddler, Tweek, they don't really use forward throw forward air a lot, but I use it very often in my gameplay because like you'll hear Diddy's talking about, oh, their ledge trapping is so good, but they'll do down throw when they have an opportunity to throw their opponent off the stage. You know what I mean?
Interesting go-to.
I might use forward throw also if I ever rage fight forward throw forward air, or maybe if I don't want to deal with maybe like some platforms, like if I say I down throw and or let's say I up throw and I want to go for double back air, but I'm doing it in the middle of battlefield, so I can't really go for double back air because I'll land on the top platform. That might be a situation I might go for forward throw, and also using forward throw and back throw to set up on platforms can be good too. And then you can do like forward throw back, and they go into they go into like a tech chase situation. Like 90% of the time, opponent's going to get up and shield or roll and shield, and short hop side B will cover like all of that. So those are also pretty good.
Just pushing them off the stage.
Yeah, it's also good for pushing them off stage too.
Before.
So if I want to get them off stage, I might do forward there.
So that's
you've probably seen that. It's very high damage.
It's pretty tight to hit.
Again for you.
Dakpo has a really good video on these combos. So this is a true combo. This is a true 70% combo on almost every character. Like Jodgers.
If you do this, make sure that you put stale moves on, by the way, or the combo is really tight, and you want to make sure you do it or you're practicing in the right conditions.
Can confirm in chat. I think there are some heavies that this doesn't work on, but on most of the casts, the majority of the casts, you're always going to get this combo, and the barrels only do 5-6%.
So it does about 70%. So that's crazy. A point blank banana toss is very valuable because you get so much damage.
But it's difficult, right? Like that might not necessarily be true because Tweek probably isn't doing it as like you have to do fast falls, smash tosses and shit. Like
there's the max.
If you don't know what a smash toss is, it's doing a smash input when you throw an item. I actually didn't
smash toss down air also has to be fresh when you start it.
Let's talk about banana too. So banana has 2 uses. So I just pulled a banana. So right now, if I throw it at them, it'll still be there. So the reason why this combo is so good is because I'm catching it with the down air after the first use, and then I use it again, down air again, and then I do barrels. And there's also different ways to pull the banana.
I just noticed something about Tweek that's pretty funny.
Down air again, and then I do barrels.
Look at how far forward he leans.
After the first
when he like gets into the every hit of the combo, I feel like I'm seeing more and more of his fucking forehead and the top of his head.
And then I use it again.
Watch.
Let me see.
Down air again.
Down air again.
And then I do barrels.
And then I do barrels.
He had bobs.
This is the
I guess.
one.
Oh my god, bro.
That's the heavy one.
That's actually funny.
It might just be the way he talks, though. Like if you're talking to someone, Like I'm a teacher,
Itadakimasu.
and I have things I do with
banana,
like
I
you have things
recommend
that you do with your
pressing
hands when
B
you're
lightly
like
so you don't
talking or
pull it too
giving a
far away
speech or
from you.
teaching or whatever, right? That might just be a I guess speech of it.
And also Barrels does do
Like, there's just so
6
much
damage
shit,
to
bro.
himself.
There's so much
And
shit
if you
with Diddy.
care a lot about that, then there's still crazy combos you can do.
By the way, if you're a Diddy man and you're struggling executing this, you gotta hold barrels, and then for a moment tilt it right to the left or right, depending, and then shoot it down. That's something I was struggling with a lot in the beginning.
Damaging yourself.
Yeah,
doing 6
you
damage
release
to
barrels in
yourself
frame
and
8.
then
Like you'll
If
notice,
you release barrels,
Tweek
damaging
slightly held to the
yourself.
right here.
you haven't angled it
Doing
yet. If you release it
6
immediately,
damage to
because you can't start angling until
Right,
frame
like
8
he
either,
slightly
I
held to
think.
the right before he, you know,
yourself.
leaned in, right?
then
You're
that
was
not
probably
gonna-
like a
you're
frame
not gonna
9 or
get
frame
that-
10
That
barrels.
early crash into the stage if you don't do that
So much damage
while
to
you're
them
charging.
is usually worth it.
How long have I
He
played
also
Diddy?
has a
Like
great
6
dash
years.
attack, which is a great burst option. It's very fast and it's a very consistent combo.
Play
too.
I didn't play
Diddy,
him
what
at the
is
beginning
it?
If you're not
though.
confident in a crazy damaging combo
Brawl
from
came
a
out
banana,
2008.
like let's say you're
So-
at max range.
So we've been
So,
talking about Diddy's
almost
neutral
13
tools,
years.
right? Banana, side B, forward air, fucking down tilt, grab, barrels, right? Now there's even another tool. Dash attack is potentially like top 3 of all of Diddy's moves. It's quick,
Yep.
it does good damage, it combos into all of his aerials pretty much. Well, it kind of frame traps into down air. I played Inkling in the beginning of Ultimate. It kind of frame traps into down air. And yeah, you can catch items with it, and you can cross up with it. So broken. Like if this is another one of those, if you don't know what the fuck to do in neutral,
You guys should have seen Brawl dash attack.
like situations, you just press this button. You just dash attack, and boom.
Dash attack is
But
really
yeah, that
great.
is that's a lot of what. This is something that it helped me. This helped me a lot in the beginning of Ultimate because I was used to Brawl Diddy, still, and dash attack being really good. And Smash 4 dash attack was ass. It was one of the worst dash attacks in the game. It had its uses, but they were really situational. So when Ultimate came out, a lot of the Smash 4 Diddies, they didn't know how to use dash attack. And I was like, yo, Diddy's dash attack's actually super good now. It combos consistently. In Smash 4, people fell out of it all the time, and it didn't really combo. But dash attack, back air, is probably like your best your best move to follow it into. Yeah.
Like, look,
When should
it
you be
comboed
using
into back air at such
the
an
banana on
early
stage for
percent.
stage control, and when should you be holding it to
Like I
punish?
said, it can be. I feel like it's awkward to combo into when Diddy has rage, and I would probably just, me personally, I would just go for like forward air or up air.
More player matchup dependent. Leaving the banana on the stage is usually really good when they're like on the ledge. Like,
Yeah.
If I put it here, I'm naturally covering roll, right?
Yeah.
So I can focus on covering other options.
So ledge trapping like this was really important in Smash 4, like where you put the banana at ledge and stuff. But I feel like personally in this game, like this sort of traditional like put the banana, cover an option ledge trapping is not the way to go in this game. We have so much more combo game. We have so much more like just early opportunity for kills with the Z drop banana or the angel drop. Z drop aerials are becoming a way more used part of Diddy's toolkit. So like this traditional ledge trapping is kind of outdated at this point. It's still good though, right? Like it's still good. And like Jodgers is saying, like banana in hand at roll distance, shooting peanuts to cover the ledge hang and right before they grab the ledge, like that's still pretty good because you still get to play with banana in hand.
Yeah, so about this, I mean, I've personally never been a huge fan of putting banana on near the ledge and ledge trapping with it. I'd rather have it in my hand. But this might be like a Brawl bias, because in Brawl, if it was near the ledge, people would, since air dodges had like no landing lag in Brawl, they would just jump up from the ledge and air dodge to catch it, and they could even instant throw it from there. And that would be pretty safe to go for. And so, people would do that all the time, where they would catch the banana with an aerial and just retreat back to the ledge with invincibility. So it wasn't really that good in Brawl, and that might have been my like Brawl bias showing in other games. But Yeah, I could Smash 4. It was probably better in Smash 4 than in Ultimate doing something like this. But I've never been a huge fan of it in any of the games, really. I just rather have the banana in my hand and try to either read their get up option or just try to trap them with like Z drops. Z dropping it and throwing the banana down or trying to read when they're going to go up. That's always been my thing. This particular one, if I do it, I do it more in this game in Smash 4 than I did in Brawl for sure. It's not I can never do something like this, like putting the banana near the ledge. But one thing I don't like ever do, and I don't know, maybe I will mess with it, but this is one variation I've definitely never been that big of a fan of, is leaving the banana at roll distance, and then pressuring with Diddy up front. I just feel like I'm left too vulnerable when I do that. And putting the banana at roll distance, that's just covering one option. That's just covering the roll distance option. And then me as a person, I have to cover all the other options. And I'm left vulnerable to like ledge drop aerials, right? Ledge drop jump aerials. I'm left a little vulnerable to that. And so if I do trap people with banana in the ledge, I'd rather have banana near the ledge in this game. To try to get people's, because it covers normal get up and get up attack. I can cover roll by myself, and if they jump from the ledge, I can jump and try to cover with an aerial myself. I have more time to react with jump from ledge with an aerial than I would if I was standing right next to the ledge. So me personally, if I do it, which sometimes I do, I will put banana near the ledge at normal get up or get up attack range, not ledge roll range, not ledge roll range. It's something I hardly ever do, but maybe I will mess around with a little bit of it and see if I like it.
If your opponent does struggle with one like specific like getting off the ledge option, like let's say like your opponent, rolls from ledge every time, putting the banana there will, either they roll into the banana, you get a free grab, or they adapt. And if someone has a very obvious habit,
see, if I know they're gonna roll from ledge, I'd rather hit them with a hard banana toss than like, let them get the soft trip that they would, because when they get tripped by a banana that's already on the ground, they don't get any damage, and it's a soft trip, which has less lag than a hard trip. If you hit them with the banana, you throw it at them and you hit them with it. And so I'd rather, if I know they're going to do roll from the ledge, I'd rather get the hard trip,
off of the ledge, they're generally not going to be good at the other ledge options, right? So if you cover his roll and he rolls all the time, he'll probably do a really obvious like neutral get up, another grounded option, right? So yeah, just something to think about.
You can also do a
I will say, though, I've never been super good at ledge. I'm good at ledge trapping, but I feel like it's just against some players. I feel like there are some players that will play against, and their habits on the ledge just counter what I try to cover, and they just get up from free for sometimes. But then there are other players that I can hard ledge trap. So I feel like it's kind of player dependent for me.
Thing, putting it right on the ledge and covering other get-ups. Oh, another way to pick up banana, so you can just pick it up. He has a pretty generous pickup range, along with down tilt being very consistent.
Very true.
Okay, so let's talk about some fun facts. If you normal pickup, it picks up on frame 2. So if the banana disappears, or if someone picks up the banana on frame 1 of when you try to pick it up, you will still go through the whole animation, but you won't pick up the banana. And the normal pickup animation has like 8 frames. Or you could get hit out of it. You don't pick it up on frame 1, where if you pick it up with a dash attack or a tilt or an aerial or whatever, it's all in frame 1 of when that move comes out. I'm hoping Tweek talks about it here, but attack cancel is super good. Or you can just short hop Z catch to pick up the banana if you don't want to throw it immediately. But attack canceling item tosses is something that Diddy's need to do, and I don't see like anyone ever do it.
You can also pick up with this down air auto cancel I was talking about.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. So let's say my banana's over here, and I monkey flip kick.
Yep.
I picked it up with down air there. So monkey flip usually has lag.
He'll probably go over it.
I got rid of the monkey flip kick lag and picked up the banana there. So this could catch your opponent off guard. Knowing like a lot of the ways to pick up banana is really nice because
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna talk about it, but down air it does have an auto cancel. Same with Ness. If you do down air into the ground right before Diddy kind of like starts to slam his fists down, if you land, you have 0 lag, no lag, like literally
It's basically anytime before the hitbox comes out, basically.
none. And it's really broken because you can pick up the banana, right? Normally, to catch an item on the ground here, you're gonna have to do a really tight Z input right before you grab the banana, to sort of have no lag when catching it. Every other move you would need to have lag in, but down air, right? You catch it with no lag, and it's a lot bigger of a window.
your opponent might be trying to
Just like that. Like, you don't even see the dare come out.
grab it, and stuff like that, and trying to control the pace of the match based on you not having the banana in your hand. Here's an example of me having tricky moves.
Really, Peak? I did do it.
So B reverse cancels into Z drop aerials. Changing my movement a lot.
So
B reverse cancel.
I don't want a lot of newer players or like lower level players or whatever will kind of look at like sections of the guides like this and kind of get like stuck on this, like, man, I gotta get my movement as clean as Tweek. Like, look at it, look at all the movement he's doing here, right? Like, this kind of stuff is so like this. It's, I don't want to say it's unnecessary, but it's more of like a freestyle contest, or like a fucking like, like horse, right? Like, if I can like see who can do the most tech. It's good for mix-ups, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
I kind of agree with Aaron here. It's definitely something that lower level players, if you're just picking up Diddy Kong, you should not even be watching this part probably. This is something like B reverse Z drops or B reverse like jumping with aerials is something that like that you should only be using once like you're really comfortable with all the other aspects of Diddy. I've seen Tweek play. I've watched a lot of his videos because I think he's the best Diddy currently, and he's a really fun player to watch. But sometimes when I watch him, I kind of feel like I'm watching ADHD in Brawl, and ADHD was the best Diddy in Brawl, so obviously that's kind of a big compliment. But there are times when I'm watching them and I don't understand like why this is working. So like I feel like it's not that great of an option. It shouldn't work, but obviously they're using it. They're top players and they're using it and it's working. And I guess I don't understand why. And it's not like using B reverse pop gun cancels or anything itself is bad. Like I said, this is something I've been trying to work on lately. But there's times like when, like for example, like I'll be watching Tweek play, and like I'm watching him do this stuff, and like the opponent might not be even near him. Maybe he's just practicing it or something, like during like downtime during the matches, if that makes sense. But it's something I guess people still fall for like these mix-ups, so I don't know. Like I have these I would do like B reverse pop cancel Z drops, and I have like little routes I like to do with them. I have specific routes in my head that I like to do with these with my movement that I feel like can cover certain options pretty well. But then I will watch I'll watch like Tweek do some of these things, and I'm wondering like he's not following the same routes I am. He's probably not following any routes, and I'm wondering, I guess, why he's doing it and why it sometimes works. Because sometimes I don't fully understand why it works. Like I said, it might just be something he might just, if during friendlies, it might just be something he's just feeling out and seeing if it feels good. It might not be something he would go for like in tournament play. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of with Aaron here. I'm kind of not, but yeah, hopefully that made sense. I don't know if I explained that very well.
It's not what you want to really focus on. Like, after your neutral's good, after you have a good understanding of the character, like, I'm not going to worry about being able to do this shit. Like, there's no reason
Changing
to.
my movement a lot.
It's nice to do. It's nice to have, but yeah. Who's my favorite player to watch in Ultimate?
So, like I said, though, I do have certain routes I like to do with, like, B reverse, Z drop, popgun cancels, and stuff like that. But these routes, they are, they are meant to, like, cover certain things or mix up my movement when or confuse my opponent, like, when he's right next to him. But sometimes I see Tweek doing it, and the opponent's, like, on the other side of the stage, and he's doing all this weird movement stuff. And I guess I don't really understand why when he could be, like, trying to take stage control or something like that. I don't know.
Ultimate?
I think I would have to, like, point out specific situations for what I have in mind. I think it's hard to describe.
Mars, maybe?
B reverse cancel,
I'm not sure.
monkey flip, B reverse cancel, Z drop aerial, another Z drop aerial to have a combo. So
Tweek is really fun to watch.
So you can
Online
really
Tweek,
whether
for sure.
not you're gonna throw your banana at your opponent. Because really,
yeah,
Diddy
Terran
really
is my
wants
favorite.
that. That's where he gets a lot of his kills, a lot of his high damage. So keeping it as tricky as possible is really nice. Because if you're just throwing your banana point blank at your opponent, it's probably going to be a lot harder to actually land it. Diddy has a lot of different play styles, so he's usually pretty comfortable in most stages, at least for me. As for wall stages, some characters are very, very good on wall stages. Like Pikachu, for example. Like Pikachu can Thunder Jolt while they're recovering along the ledge and have a lot of insurance getting off the ledge.
You don't really want to go to a wall stage as Diddy just because you have wall cling. Chances are you're not really going to be the best at utilizing it, and even if you are, it's still not that good, right? Like he's saying, a lot of characters will benefit off of it more. So, you know, I just kind of skipping past this section, right? Well, I won't skip past it. I want to hear his thoughts, but yeah, I'll just listen real quick.
T-Jolt's running up.
Sages have always, well, not always, I guess. Sages were something I thought a lot about in Brawl. And in Smash 4, I felt like Diddy was just really good on, like, I didn't really feel like Diddy had any bad stages in Smash 4. And I feel the same way in Ultimate for the most part. I think if Diddy's worst stage, if I'm choosing one, it would be Yoshi's Story. And I feel like his best stage is still Kalos. For me personally, I like to have... The most important thing for me when it comes to a stage is how much room I have to move. That might be because monkey flip might be a really big part of how I play. So, like, double jump monkey flip, you want to have, like, a big stage to still have stage underneath wherever you land. Like, if I double jump monkey flip, like, on a small stage like Yoshi's Story, I'm going to be off the stage pretty soon. And the stage is small enough where when an opponent, like, is running, they're going to be able to cover most of the stage pretty well. So, like, bigger stages are usually something I like, but this is probably mostly a playstyle thing. And it is also character dependent, obviously, too. But in general, personally, I like bigger stages. My go-to bands are usually Yoshi's Story and Lylat. And then my go-to counter picks would be Kalos, Pokemon Stadium 2. Those are my two favorite ones to play on, probably. I think Diddy's overall best stage... actually, would probably be those two. Yeah, Kalos and Pokemon Stadium 2. Not that Kalos is a good counter pick against every single character. Diddy can just play really lame on it with the platforms, because the platforms are just give you another place to land on with the with side B pretty much. It makes disadvantage a lot easier when you have those platforms. But there are other characters that can play lamer than Diddy on Kalos. And so I wouldn't want to take those characters to Kalos. If I'm not taking a character to Kalos, I really like Pokemon Stadium 2. Pokemon Stadium 2, it's wide enough for Diddy to play around with. It has a good middle ground area where platforms aren't going to get in the way. And then you do have platforms if you do go for platform combos. And the good thing about those platforms are, I feel like Diddy is a character. This is the case for most characters, but I think this is particularly true for Diddy, where smaller platforms are better for Diddy to be able to cover options. Plus, he's not really a ladder combo character, so you don't want to have like a tri-plat stage like Battlefield where you're going to get ladder to the top, because Diddy can't really capitalize on that.
Of the wall, but Diddy has a lot of advantages on wall stages as well, because he has a wall cling and he has lots of tricks up his sleeves on.
the biggest advantage I think to playing Diddy on a wall stage is playing against search and recoveries, because that way they can't like hug the underside of the stage. They have to deal with that flat part. If I want a Z drop, if I want to go for the 2-frame Z drop here, if they don't go for the ledge, if they decide to wait and stall off their recovery, they cannot do that underneath the stage because there's no underneath the stage here. They have to do it next to the wall or out to the side. But that's how a lot of characters can deal with Z drop on the ledge. They can stall out the recovery underneath the stage. And once the banana goes past the ledge, they just ride up to the stage. But on a wall stage, they can't do it. The banana will catch them. That's the biggest thing I think for wall stages. The biggest disadvantage I think to wall stages is that Diddy can't go underneath them, and that's something I also don't see Diddy's doing that much. You can go underneath the stage for free with your up B a lot of times if you have to re-grab the ledge without ledge invincibility, and that's something I don't see people take advantage of enough. I like doing it when I can. Like for example, let's say you have a Bowser fire breathing the ledge, and you don't want to deal with maybe getting 2-framed, getting your up B 2-framed, and you just die. You can go to underneath the stage and go to the other side. So, yeah, that's kind of wall stages for me. Just character dependent. Can I take advantage of this character's recovery with like a Z drop 2-frame at the ledge, or can I not?
Those stages, along with it not really affecting a lot of his edge guarding.
That's pretty much, he's just saying the wall cling. I want to know like what other tricks up his sleeve he has on wall stages.
Let's talk about Final Destination, for example. Diddy Kong is really great on that stage because he controls so much of the stage just because of banana.
Yeah.
I have my normal moves here, but I still have banana in hand. So
there's different play styles, right? There's different play styles of Diddy. You know, if you want to play more grounded based, if you want to play more platform based. Most Diddies, I think, I might honestly be like the only top Diddy outlier here. I personally prefer going to stages like Smashville or Pokemon Stadium or even Battlefield. Like in Smash 4, I would never want to go to those stages. Never Battlefield, ever. Right? I would always want to go to the flat stage, control the ground with my superior neutral. But Diddy, as soon as you start getting in people's heads, as soon as you start like messing with like their like, you know, default neutral game plan, they start trying to look for escape routes. And then like the next layer of Diddy, and like this is like some pretty like kind of more advanced stuff, is like understanding what they want after their first scared like option like fucks up, right? And platforms are a really universal, like easy to go to escape route, right? So instead of like me going to FD against like a player that, you know, I can beat. Yeah, I mean like conditioning, right? Like instead of going to FD against a player that, you know, I can beat in neutral, I'll go to Smashville because I'm so confident I can beat them on the grounded neutral, then beat them on the platform neutral, and just stay one step ahead of them over and over and over and over again. So I really personally like that play style.
The threat range isn't just like this forward air, for example.
Yeah, to talk about that, so I like Smashville too. Smashville is probably might be my favorite stage to go to if I want to play on a small stage, which most of the time I don't. I'd rather, I think, go to Smashville than Battlefield if I wanted to play on a smaller stage, yeah. Most of the time. It's really character dependent and player dependent too. The thing about platforms with Diddy that make me not want to go on platform stages as much is because I feel like other characters usually get they usually have more stuff going for them on platform stages. Like they have more platform combos and stuff. And Diddy has platform combos and he can cover platforms pretty well. It's just that like his platform combos, like for example, like Nair to barrels. We've seen Tweek do that a good amount now, right? If I'm landing a neutral air on the ground on other stages, I can still get a lot of damage off that. That's not barrels. Remember, barrels give you 6% damage also. Diddy has good combos on the ground anyway. So Diddy has good platform combos, but he doesn't need the platforms to have good combos. His platforms on the ground are just as good. Whereas other characters, when you take them to platform, like their platform combos can be a lot better than Diddy. It still depends on the character, but like, I'm just thinking, for example, like Captain Falcon. I played Fatality a good amount in Smash 4 and a little bit in Ultimate, and platform combos with playing against, or Falcon has much better platform combos than Diddy does. So I'd rather avoid giving him those free options. Also, another reason why I think I would rather have stages that are more open and bigger are also because I use barrels more than most Diddy Kongs, and having bigger stages gives you just kind of more places. It gives you a further distance to get away from a person when you're using barrels. Like, let's say, um, well, I'm not really going to come up with an example off the top of my head, but hopefully you get the idea. I feel like barrels are better on bigger open stages. Platforms can also get in the way of barrels if they decide to try to get back to the ground with barrels, which you can also do. It's more of a Smash 4 thing that I use, but you can do it in Ultimate too. And platforms can get in the way of that. So that's my take. Diddy can... Oh, and also he lost the Infinite, so that he kind of lost his biggest cheese factor with platforms anyway. So yeah, that's kind of my take. I do kind of agree. I don't like his FD as much in this game as I have in Ultimate or in Smash 4 or Brawl. For one of the bigger reasons, because the FD in this game is smaller. It's less wide than the other games. So I'm kind of, like I said, usually the more room I have, the better. It depends on the character. Sometimes I don't want more room. But generally I do, and that's why I don't like FD as much in this game. I'd rather go PS2 probably. But it depends on the character. And yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Yoshi's, I mentioned, Yoshi's is kind of my go-to band. I see Jodgers here in Aaron's chat saying he's starting to like Yoshi's more. My biggest problem with Yoshi's, it's a smaller stage, and I hate this so much, is when you're on the ledge, or near the ledge, not on the ledge, but like, let's say, you have the little slopes, right? And if you have a banana on the platform above you, it really messes with my head, because I've always been able to do this in all the other games. I can't short hop Z catch bananas there, or maybe you can. I don't think you can. Without getting an air dodge. I don't think you can. Maybe you can if you're like frame perfect and Z catch at the apex of your height. I want to say, but generally Yoshi's is my go-to band. Maybe not against every single character. I might take some characters to Yoshi's story. It's not a bad stage for Diddy. I don't really think Diddy has any bad stages. It's just usually my go-to band, just because I feel like most of the time other characters have more pros on that stage than Diddy does.
Because this is one of my bigger moves. I can also technically hit him from that far, while also having access to so many moves, especially with.
But Diazo, it's not really necessarily condition. It's more like preemptive conditioning, right? Like reading that they're gonna be scared and go to a platform and then punish them for going to the platform, stuff like that. I'm just addicted to it.
He also has a lot of crazy movement with platforms. So
that's true. His platform movement is good.
And then
it's something I use a lot.
If you haven't already had enough fucking tech, right, to learn with Diddy, enough things to learn, you got these.
It's very good to ledge cancel.
And this is another thing that that is so good with Diddy that it becomes bad. So many players just get used to doing this all the fucking time. They're monkey flip kicking literally everywhere, every second possible, when it's not really necessary, right, to edge cancel like all the time.
I'm not sure if I completely agree with Aaron. I feel like more success with monkey flip platform cancels than ever before, maybe. I don't feel like that many players read it that often. It's not even that hard to do. Edge canceling your monkey flip kick or monkey flip is really easy, I think. Yeah, I don't know. This is something I use a lot in my play style, and it's something I don't feel like I get punished for that much. So yeah, I kind of disagree with Aaron here. I don't think people expect it that much, to be honest. I think people expect monkey flip and not monkey flip edge cancels. Maybe sometimes they can cover monkey flip edge cancel and monkey flip with the same option, so maybe it might seem like they're covering monkey flip edge cancel, but really they're just covering monkey flip in general. It's not that monkey flip edge cancel is that bad. So yeah, I like doing this.
And you also cancel it immediately. You can cancel monkey flip either way, but I could just show you some movement you could do on platforms.
Yeah. Like, you can traverse the stage so quickly. And the most important broken fucking part of this is this entire time, you have a hitbox. Like, that whole kick, entire hitbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's basically uncontestable.
Something you can also do, it's kind of janky. If you do hit someone shielding with a monkey flip and edge cancel it, you can up B back into them. It's not a true block strain or anything, but a lot of people will just continue holding block, or if they do continue holding block, sometimes they'll still just get hit by the up B anyway. But if they do continue getting hit by a block, you'll shield break them.
Disjoint, and then it's like you jump off the platform, and then look, another fucking hitbox. It's like a wall, like a moving wall of just destruction.
See, I don't like to usually chain the monkey flip edge cancels together. I'll just do it one time and like land with something. Usually I could back air. Back air is your safest area on shield if they do shield it. Yeah, but it's not something I'm usually chaining together. Maybe that's what Aaron means. He's saying it's overrated. Yeah.
That's what I really love about it. Like, attack, and if he canceled on that platform, like this edge right here, he would have side beat back with the kick, and yeah,
so the cool thing about
sets up so
kick
much
is even if you don't get the ledge cancel,
you get
still
the
so
auto
many tricks
cancel.
up your sleeve.
Yeah. This man really loves saying tricks up your sleeve. Yeah, you can double jump out of it. You can auto cancel it, right? Like this kind of movement is relevant,
so
but again, you don't want to get trapped into these flow charts.
On platforms, he has some great pressure as well. So shielding opponents can get monkey flip grab still.
Yep. That's
this
free.
is really great in combination with banana pull.
Yep.
Because let's say you pull banana and they're shielding it, and then they're scared of the banana being near them. Monkey flip is a great answer to that.
So true.
Also,
you can pull banana, and it either hits their shield, and then you double jump it side B.
Something else you can do, if you have a banana in your hand and they're shielding on a platform, if you up throw and they don't let go of shield, you can also up B and shield break them, which is pretty funny.
Yeah,
so up throw banana into up B can shield break them if they keep holding shield. Most of the time, I think they'll do something, but it's kind of, if you want to go for something janky, you can do that.
Is like, right, they're on the platform.
You it, and then they're scared of the
you pull banana, right, and they're shielding, and then you instantly double jump side B, right? You instantly double jump side B, command grab them, buffer it, right, and then like if you do it right, you can edge cancel here. So it's like there's no risk involved really if they're holding shield. Like there's no out of shield that'll hit you before you can edge cancel. Yeah, sure, I could probably do that.
Being near them, monkey flip is a great answer to that.
Like that was gonna edge cancel.
Also, he has some interesting combos out of banana pull when they're on the ledge. Like there's a basic thing, for example, you recatch the banana and throw it down at them.
You used to be able to, infinite them. I'm sure we all remember.
Kills off of pulling banana,
but it's still good
on the platform on your opponent.
Yep.
For example, like that could work.
Kill
you could
confirm.
also get, F smash, which is even stronger.
This is normally how you would end the infinite back in the day, but now you just kind of use it as a kill confirm.
To kill my opponent. I like to. So right now my banana still has only one use. While my opponent's respawning, I like to get a new one. So I have a fresh one, just in case I get a crazy combo with that.
If it's on the ground, by the way, the fastest way to get rid of your banana, attack cancel. Attack cancel, item throw down, pull a banana while you're landing.
Requires 2 uses of the banana.
Always do that.
So yeah, there's a lot of stuff potential for Diddy. There's a lot of stuff you have to learn. He just has a lot of stuff, like more so than most characters. I think you can argue he has more stuff up his sleeve than any character.
Stuff up his sleeve, man. He's not wearing fucking sleeves, Tweek.
Obviously,
why don't you say tricks in his hat, right? Come on, man.
Obviously, he has the freedom of playing a lot of different play styles.
That's a
think
very
he's a
good
great
point.
character. And I think items are very good in Ultimate because just having so much control is so amazing.
Especially a transcendent item.
A lot of opponents like to press a lot of buttons.
Yep.
Spot dodge a lot. And if you're playing at a range where
let me just say, that is a very good point. Diddy, in a lot of ways, is like an anti-ultimate character. Where Tweek is saying, like, against people that press a lot of buttons, which is fucking everyone in this game, right? In Smash 4, Diddy kind of slowed down the pace. Very similar in this game. Diddy can kind of slow down the pace, and like he said, play different play styles. You know, 1 second you're super aggressive to match the tempo of whoever you're fighting, and the next second you're grabbing banana, you're slowing it down, your opponent is still mashing on you, trying to find a way in, and at the same time you're downloading their aggressive habits, shit like that. So that's a really good point.
who are
Yeah,
threatening
I agree with Aaron, everything he just said. Diddy's a character that you can really make people play your game. And if you're making them play your game, they're gonna struggle a lot. Whereas if they're trying to make you play your game, most of the time Diddy can be pretty adaptive, I think. Except against like Pac-Man. Pac-Man struggles, or Diddy struggles with playing against Pac-Man's game.
a big combo while also not risking even getting hit. I think that's really valuable. Like snake grenades are amazing, Rob's gyro is amazing, Diddy banana is amazing, because you can get kills off it from like safe ranges while also playing with your normal style.
Max range, yeah.
So yeah, I think that about wraps it up. I hope I didn't miss anything too valuable, but we can always talk more. If you're watching this on YouTube, I stream every day. I play Diddy every day.
He streams every day. He streams every day, man.
And I'm always learning, so
God, I wish that were
feel
me.
free to come and watch.
I wish Aaron streamed more too.
Well, I will say this. That was a very, very good video. I think that Tweek very, very nicely covered every single, important thing there is to say about Diddy. You could tell it was a very on the fly like guide or whatever. Like he was just kind of talking about Diddy, answering questions, but it was good for what it was. That was a very good, very, very good video, and I appreciate that. Definitely inspires me to make my own sort of Diddy guide. And I really want to bounce ideas off him again. So yeah.
I think Aaron's video was also very good. Congratulations, Aaron. So I think Aaron's experience playing Diddy for all these years were kind of really showed in this video, and how he could have a little bit more input with what Tweek was saying, and he could kind of add on to a lot of what Tweek said, and with specific examples and specific scenarios in mind. Overall, yeah, really good. Some things I didn't always agree with, but yeah, those are my thoughts on it.